What's going on, Pokey Peeps? It's your boy Pokey Pete, and today we are going to talk about the eBay Vault. We're going to talk about what it is, the pros, the cons, the good, the bad, the ugly, my take on the eBay Vault and what it's going to mean for the hobby, and all the good stuff that comes along with that. So let's just hop right into it, guys. The eBay Vault, for those of you who don't know what the eBay Vault is, the eBay Vault is basically a giant storage facility for all of your Pokemon cards. You can now have the option for any card that's over $250 in value that you purchase on eBay. You will now have the option to send to the vault. The vault is going to be a secure location. Everything that you send in there is going to be completely insured, and it is located in Delaware, which is important because Delaware has no sales tax. So we're going to get into that. We'll talk about all the importance of that. But so basically, it's just a giant storage facility. You keep all your cards there. You can send cards there if you'd like, and they'll be safe there. They'll be insured again. And once a card is in the vault, you'll have the option to either, A, you can withdraw it. You can just take it back, have it shipped to your house, and you'll have the card again. B, you could just store it. If you have a card that you want to buy and sit on for a long hold type investment deal, you can just leave it in there, never have to worry about it. Or 3, you can create a listing and actually sell your item from within the vault, which is pretty cool. And these are going to be some of the features of it. So let's take a look, share my screen with you guys. So as you guys can see, I got eBay pulled up already. I'm already signed in. The eBay Vault. This is just kind of the page. There's no fees until 2024. Awesome. Good security. Everything's insured. Awesome. A bunch of active buyers. As you guys know, eBay is the biggest marketplace platform for public auctions, public sales. They've got the buyer base, which is kind of awesome because you've got outreach to this many people versus local deals or your Instagram deals, whatever it may be. So how it works. Step 1, you'll enroll. Super easy to do. Once you have an eBay account, you can just enroll in the vault. You'll make a vault account. It's like 3 clicks. You can do it on your mobile device. Super easy. Step 2, submit. We'll go over a submission form in a second here. We're going to make one together today and just kind of show you guys how easy it is. But you just submit it, drop your cards off at the post office. Once they get authenticated by PSA and get over into the eBay Vault, you'll be able to do whatever you want with them. Step 3, collect like a pro. As you guys see, they got this little graph. Looks like a little stock market trend. That's basically what's happening. So, eBay Vault, lowest fees in the hobby. Here we go. This is what we're looking at. We don't care about the other marketplaces because I'm not comparing eBay to other places. I just want to go over what eBay offers. So we're just going to be looking at this side. So storage fees, first and foremost, no storage fees. So you guys basically have unlimited storage for all of your cards, which if you're an investor or a big time vendor, you guys know that graded cards, yeah, like a graded Pokemon card is not crazy big, but when you start getting a lot of them, they start taking up your entire room. So definitely awesome that there is 0 storage fees. Definitely great that you have unlimited storage through the vault. That's a pro. We're going to put that in the pro column. Check that one up. Next up, selling fees. There are no seller fees. That is absolutely insane. The fact that eBay is offering no selling fees, honestly, it kind of doesn't make sense to sell anywhere but on eBay. If I'm being totally honest, if I have a $250 card, if I sell it in person, people are going to want to try to get a deal on it, which is totally fair. And people are going to be like, well, you know, eBay has the fees, so if you sold it on eBay, eBay last sold is actually 15% less than that. Not anymore. Any card over $250, there are no selling fees. So that's eliminated. You have the global reach of eBay and the giant mass market. I mean, it's literally better than selling on Instagram for goods and services. If you got 100% of eBay last sold goods and services, you'd still be paying a 3% fee. So it's literally just better. This is a giant pro. This is truthfully the only reason to use the eBay Vault is the fact that they got rid of selling fees for anything you sell out of the vault. So any card over $250, you sell it for $251, in your bank, $251 gets deposited. That's kind of cracked. That's kind of crazy. Number 3, buyer's premium fees. So there are none right now up until 2024, which is awesome. So great time to buy and load up your vault. 3% fees thereafter. So basically that would be the same thing as if you worked out an Instagram deal with a seller and they said you have to pay the goods and services fee. No big deal to me. 3% doesn't feel like a lot. The fact that it's on the buyer definitely even makes it more for sellers. Like, this is a great thing for sellers in the hobby. 3% though, it's just not really it's such a minuscule amount when you're coming to the cards. So I think that's a great thing. It's also less than sales tax, right? And we talk about that because, again, I mentioned earlier, The eBay vault is in Delaware, so anything that you send to the vault, you will not get taxed on. So for where I live, the tax rate is 6.8%. So that would be 3.8% savings even if I just bought on eBay, which is automatically crazy. So that's nothing to think about. That's honestly, you're still paying less because, again, sales tax. Withdrawal fees are capped at $50 per card. That is super, super important because it means no matter how expensive your card is, if you buy a $10,000 card, if you buy a $1 million card in the eBay vault, you'll only have to pay $50 to withdraw it. So basically it's $50 to avoid taxes. Taxes on $10,000 is going to be well over $50. So that's huge. Definitely a great thing. And submission fees, there are none until January 2024. After that, I don't know the exact number, but based on withdrawal fees being capped at 50, I'm going to say submission fees are probably going to be capped at 25. I don't see them charging you any more than that to send a card into the vault, but that's some stuff that we'll see and we'll update in January. Right now, though, no submission fees. That's a pro. Load up your vault while you can. I think it's a great play. So yeah, like let's just recapping that real quick. Unlimited storage. You don't have to pay any fees on selling. When you buy stuff, you can avoid sales taxes, and it's gonna just be overall cheaper for you to acquire a card, and it'll be easier to acquire a card. I think that is absolutely amazing. Great stuff, and we're gonna actually show you guys my eBay vaults. So let's go over here. Let's go to purchases if it will let me. Purchase history. So I was trying to show you guys earlier. I tried to record this video again, and I was trying to show you guys all the good stuff and like go through a complete submission form and go through a complete withdrawal form, but it kept giving my credit card information and it kept giving like other personal information that I didn't want to share. So we're just going to kind of like recap and talk you guys through it. So right here, we've got an order, as you guys can see, total $50. We withdrew a card. So the total was 50. The card we withdrew is right down here. So we actually won this super cool PSA 10 Umbreon Holo from the Town on No map. But this card is unlimited. And guys, for those of you who don't know, Japanese cards, unlimited is a lot rarer than first edition. So this card has about 1/5 of the total pop in unlimited as it does in first edition. As you guys can see, we paid $1,025 for this card. Typically, a card like this usually goes for $1,400 to $1,600. Even in this down market, I've seen them selling as high as $1,450, $1,600 range. When we're out of the down market and like long-term hold play, I think this is going to be very, very easily a 2K card. It's Umbreon, one of the most desired Pokemon. It's a very, very rare card. It's an old e-reader, which people love. So I had to snipe this. I actually already have one of these in first edition, but I had to snipe this because it was just such a steal of a price. So we sniped this and we ended up paying another $50 to crack it out of the vault and send it here. But like, let's just see what that means. So $1,025, that is what I paid for this card. And then I added the $50 for the submission fee. So as you guys can see, I paid $1,075 total for this card. If I was to buy this, even if I wanted just on a regular auction and I multiplied it by my tax rate, which would be 6.8% for where I live, it would come out to $1,094.70. So just by buying this from the vault, I already saved myself $20. Saved $20 just by sending this to myself from the vault instead of having it directly shipped to me, which is huge. And I mean, like, the bigger the card, the more that you'll save, which is something you guys should definitely be taking advantage of. Reasons that I think I got this card pretty cheap. We're going to start looking at some cons now for the eBay vault. I got this card super, super cheap because as you guys can see in the title here, nowhere in the title does it say Town on No map, and nowhere in the title does it say unlimited. The reason for that, honestly, it's probably not even the seller's fault that it doesn't say that. As we go take a look at my eBay vault, and we show you guys right now in the vault, I've got this PSA 9 Kyogre, and as you guys can see, I cannot change that, or here, I gotta go to revise listing. Sorry, we have to go to revise listing, but you guys will see I can't change the title. So once a card is in the eBay vault, if you're gonna make it a listing, the photos are locked. I have to revise it with restrictions. I can't add photos and I can't change the photos. The photos are the stock high-res photos that PSA takes when they authenticate your card. I can't add any more. So I couldn't show off things like a swirl. I couldn't show off any damage. Like if the card is damaged, it might not even be a scummy seller. They literally just can't show you. They can't change the photos. They cannot update it. Same thing goes for the title. The title is also locked. So my title is 2005 EX Delta Species 112 Kyogre Gold Star Ultra Rare Pokemon TCG card PSA 9. eBay came up with that title. I had no hands in it. I had nothing to do with it. And I can't change that title without going through eBay. I do like that they give you all the item specifics. They go in there and they update all of that themselves. Super, super good. That way everybody has all the information. Description, again, the description is locked. There's nothing you can do. So when you have an item in the vault, all you're really able to do is set the price that you want it at. So I've got mine priced at $1,400. The last 3 sales, or before I sniped this one, the last 3 sales of this card were $1,400, $1,530, and $1,500. So I've got mine low list. I've got mine at, I think, a fair, reasonable price. When it sells, I'll get all $1,400 of that. I bought this card for $1,100. I sniped an auction that went really low. And yeah, so whenever I sell it, I'll make 100% on this card. So if I sell it for $1,400, I just profited $300. If I sell it for $1,150, I profited $50, which, I mean, like, that's just kind of crazy to think about, that like you get the full payout. I think that is going to be something that people are going to start looking at, and people are going to start taking a little bit less for their cards because they can make more room on it, and B, as my mic falls, I think that we're going to see more people treating Pokemon cards like a stock market. I think we're going to start seeing this look more like an actual stock market. But yeah, as you guys can see, I can't update anything. So the title is kind of just what the title is. There's nothing that we can do about it. And let's go back to the eBay vault. So that would be a negative, right? So you can't update the listing. You don't have the card physically, so I can't enjoy looking at that Gold Star Kyogre like I could enjoy looking at some other cards that I have right now. I can't offer that Gold Star Kyogre on Instagram. I can't reach out to people there. I can't reach out to my local community. The only place I could sell this card right now is on eBay. I do kind of view that as a negative, because if you are a seller, you usually have multiple outreaches. But at the end of the day, eBay is the #1 marketplace, so I don't really think it's bad that I have my card there. Like, obviously, I have my card there. I think the eBay vault overall is a good thing. But I would say, like, it's worth noting, I can't enjoy the card, and I can't try to sell it elsewhere. Let's take a look at some submissions. So I made a couple eBay vault submissions. I've got some fun stuff going to the eBay vault, and you guys will see all that fun stuff. I don't know if I can click on this. I didn't try. Let's see. Okay, I can click on this. Yeah, there's no information there. You guys can't see my credit card. That's all that really matters. So going to the vault, we have a Sparkle Caterpie, where we declared its value. We have an Alakazam EX Secret Rare. We have a first edition Dragonite from Fossil. That's a super cool card. We got a Perfect 10 Celebi V, and then we've got my Crystal Nidoking. All of these cards are on the way to the vault. I'm going to try to sell them there because I haven't had any luck selling them in person. I think it's going to be a good thing. I think it's going to move pretty easily. And again, I can be a little bit more flexible on price because I'm going to get paid out 100% of it. Now, to complete a submission, you would just go create new submission right here. And when you do that, it's going to ask you to confirm some stuff like your address and your like payment forms and all that good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and skip over that. I've got this draft ready to go just to kind of show you guys the next step. So first step, create submission. This is where we're going to do all of our confirmation of personal info. And then we're in the add card stage. So it's this simple. You can do this on the mobile device as well. Add card manually. First thing, it's going to ask you a card category. So we're going to select the collectible card game. Next up, it's going to ask you to put some pictures in there. So you'll just take a picture of whatever you want. Estimated card value. This is whatever you guys think the card's worth. Again, right now for eBay, it has to be $250. So we'll just enter $250 and it'll say, nice, this item's estimated value is above $250. So it does qualify for the vault. From there, you'll pick a grader. It has to be a graded card right now. So we'll just go PSA grade 1. You'd enter whatever certification number you want to enter. And then you start entering some details. Like you pick the game. Our game would be Pokemon. You type in the card name there. You type in the set. So we got a Celebi V from Fusion Strike from 2021. It's an alternate art finish. The card number is whatever the card number is. The rarity will be like ultra rare, hyper rare, secret rare, whatever you want to do. And then it gives you a second for like some features too. Like if you want to put like this card has a swirl in there. I did that on my Nidoking. From there you would just add it to this, confirm and pay and ship. Again, that part, it's just confirming you're clicking through, but it does show my personal credit card info. So we're going to skip over that and not show you guys that. Yeah, sorry. But another thing it does, it gives you this little marketplace value for your collection. So you can see whatever's in your collection. Right now, according to eBay, I'm down 4.61% on this Kyogre. That's not really true because I stole it. Like it's a great card. Something that they don't really look at. They don't look at every single sold listing. I wonder if we can show this real quick. This was not intended for the video, but I'm curious if we can do it. Okay, here. So as you guys can see, recent sales. eBay is only showing recent sales that are like exactly the same, like title, like the exact same like card, all that goodness. So according to them, these are the recent sales. But when you go ahead and actually just type in PSA 9 Gold Star Kyogre, and let's go ahead and filter this for some sold listings. Come over here. Where's the sold listings? Come on. Show only sold items. There we go. When you look at some sold listings, there's the one that I won, 1101. The one right before that was for 1530. It's not, I don't know if it's just like not sold from the vault, so maybe that's why their marketplace data doesn't account for it. We got another one at 1500. We got another one before that at, there was one more 9 that I saw. That's a 5, that's a 5. There was one more 9 I saw for 1400 too. It's down here somewhere. That's a 10. Either way, we don't need to sit here and keep looking for it. As you guys can see, they don't account for everything. I think right now that marketplace data just accounts for like sales from within the vault, not other sales that happen. So that's like worth noting. I wouldn't use their little indicator as a good indication of how your collection is doing. I would do your own research for that. But yeah, guys, like that's really it. Main takeaways, you guys have seen everything that eBay has to offer. You guys see all the information. We went over it. Main takeaways though, eBay vaults. I think it's a good thing overall for the hobby. I think it's great for sellers. I think that it's great for buyers too. It's great for everybody. Like as a seller, now we can sell cards with no seller fees. Perfect. As a buyer, we can buy cards with no sales tax. Perfect. As an investor, we have a good place, secure, insured, safe storage facility, and we can instantly list our cards to liquidate. Perfect. Overall, it's just great. I think that because there's no seller fees, more sellers are also going to be active in selling their cards. So for collectors out there that have been looking for grail cards that are just like really hard to find, I think that more people will actually put them up for sale now that they don't have to pay a fee on them. So I think that the market is just going to, I think it's going to be great, honestly. And again, since there's no fees, I can be a little bit more lenient and I can sell it for a little bit lower because I'll make all of that money back. So I mean, like as a whole, it's just a great thing. It's going to be great. I mean, like I think more cards are going to surface because of it. So you'll have more opportunity to buy. You'll avoid sales tax, so you'll save money. You'll avoid seller fees, so you'll make more money. You'll have the peace of mind knowing it's secure. You'll have the peace of mind of not having to deal with shipping too. If you sell something on eBay to the eBay vault, if it gets lost in the mail, that's all eBay. eBay handles it. The second that you sell the item, you get paid out for the full amount and your hands are washed. You're completely done. So you don't have to worry about items getting lost or damaged in transit. eBay covers all that stuff. You don't have to worry about securing your item and like wasting your time going down to the post office to ship it. eBay is going to handle all of that for you. All you have to do is click list item and accept a sale price. So it's definitely great for anybody not utilizing the eBay vault. I highly recommend utilizing it, especially if you can before 2024. That way you don't have to pay any submission fees. Definitely think you should do it. And anybody who's out there collecting and buying cards, honestly, if you buy any card over $500, more likely than not, it's going to make sense for you to send it to the eBay vault and then send it to your place first, because you'll save money on sales tax. So everybody out there, do with what you may this information. Let me know in the comments below if you found this informative. Let me know in the comments below if you guys like the eBay vault, if you guys think that the eBay vault is going to be a good thing for the community, if you guys think it's going to be a bad thing for the community, just kind of your overall feelings. And we will check in with you guys on the next one. Maybe we'll do an update video in January to see like new fees and like how it actually all went down working with the eBay vault. But until then, guys, we'll catch you next time.